I mean, just introduce yourself.
Oh, hello, I am Havrd. Uh, this is Nikita. Taljemnikas Skarbu Piratov. Also called like the hidden treasure of something pirate stuff. Yes. Are you ready to start?
Yeah.
Timer? Okay. So timer starts in 3, 2, 1, start. Okay, this is Nikita, also called Pirate Fox Simulator. I've already skipped like 2 tutorials and I'm skipping one more right now, hopefully. So you can see I can use like invulnerability frames to skip on water, which is really important. I'm skipping another tutorial here. Sometimes this guy has a really big sword. Unfortunately we didn't get that this time. There's a lot of stuff I have to explain. We're skipping another tutorial here. Like it's a pop-up that we can't, that we have to sit through. It's like 10 seconds long, all of them. Okay, so there's like really horrible controls in this game. I basically just have jump, which is my space. I have W, A, S, and D, and A and D is turning and camera at the same time. And I have my K, and my K is attack. And attack is very useless, apart from one very specific part. So I can play this one-handed, so you can like imagine what I'm doing with my other hand. That was the first level. There's like a lot of strats in this game that are horribly inconsistent, so I'm skipping them. I've already skipped the first, probably hardest trick in the game, and yes, I'm gonna hop over like strats that aren't really consistent. And we're just gonna go out of bounds on this log up here. We're gonna get to the top of it, which is quite hard, and then clip into the bridge. This is like actually at the end of the level. And yeah, now we'll just do some logging through some logs. And then we'll be at our pirate ship inside this swamp, which doesn't lead anywhere, so it totally makes sense canonically. So I have to explain backup walking up hills, and it makes no sense, and I can't explain it better. If I walk up a hill and stop, I can try to turn and walk backwards again. Sometimes you cannot get that key. It's a 1 frame window. If I press space at the wrong one and it's random, then I don't get the key. So that's pretty good. I have to jump out of bounds here, and I can very easily die here. Okay. Okay, it's fine. There's another strat here where you can fly. You can like glide while being dead. It's pretty good. While being in a cutscene on a skateboard, but it's also like frame perfect and not consistent enough to actually do. So we're just gonna complete the level in another way instead of flying while dead. If you haven't noticed yet, all the animations and voice acting and music are like top notch. And yeah, but like all jokes aside, this is actually not a bad game. It was very fun when we played it casually we played it in a blind race once. And once we did, we all like agreed that it was fun. Maybe Suicide Machine didn't think it was fun, but me and Jan Mumrik thought it was very fun. So we decided to route it, and we found a lot of cool strats for the game. Like this, I'm not supposed to be on top of this log, and I'll just drop down, and I'll go to the end level trigger. This level has a very hard skip, so it might fail a few times, but if it does, don't worry. Yeah, see, Sui agrees. It was a fun game. I have to not take damage from that shark, it's really important. As you can see, if I jump on certain enemies, I get a small speed boost. I'm gonna try to do that as much as possible. And here's the hard trick. You'll get used to seeing me do this. I cannot jump while being on a hill, so I have to make sure I jump right before the hill. And here's the second part of it. No, didn't get it, that's fine. Didn't expect to get it. And this is my back walking up a hill. I can walk into the hill and walk backwards and I'll get some height. Oh, there we go. And I can get here before the log comes out. And skip this. No! Okay, that's fine. I'll just have to take the cycle, it's not that big of a deal. It was really a shame that I got hit by that though. It's pretty cool to get there before them. There's a lot of stuff like that. Everything like interrupts your jump if you get hit and stuff, so it's very bad to get hit. Yeah. This game has like levels that are based in pairs. So we're in Castle 1 right now, and you can see the castle to our left. We won't actually be going to the castle yet. We'll be going to Hell first. But we can actually enter this castle to my right. That's very bad. So as you can see, there's like a lot of pixel walking in the game, and when if I ever fall off like that, it's just because it's hard and that I mess up. I'm not supposed to mess it up, but it can happen, but I have backups, so it's all good. But yeah, you can actually get inside that castle from here out of bounds, but there's actually nothing in there until that level starts itself. So I just skipped the cutscene by spamming enter, so I could exit it before it actually began. And now we're in Hell. It's a volcano, but it looks more like Hell, and there's pigs here. And pigs are cool. Oh. Okay, that's not good. I lost a health, and I have to do some sneaky stuff to get past all of the level. And one health, yeah, it should be enough. Okay, 2 might be enough. I might die though, we'll see. So I'm jumping into this roof to get height. It makes no sense, don't worry about it. It's a Polish kid game. I'm actually between 2 invisible walls, and if I do something wrong I fall out of them and I have to restart the level, and that's partly why the estimate is so long for this game compared to how long the actual runtime is, because there's a lot of tricks that can go very wrong if I'm not extremely careful. Who the hell knows? Yeah. Gotta get inside this texture, get on top of that texture. As you can see, hit detection is great. It's right here. Oh god. Why won't you get on it? Thank you. Okay. What? Come on, Nikita, come on. We're trying to be serious here. So I gotta go and grab a safety flag because I have him on 1 HP. I'm supposed to be at 3 here, so I could be pretty open-ended with my choices, but I'll trigger that cutscene and get the safety flag. So now we have javelins. We used to have actually bombs in the previous levels, but we never picked them up because they're useless. So I can jump on their heads and throw javelins at the same time, which is pretty fast if I can throw them by spamming. So now I actually have to use two hands, which is unfortunate for my other activities. And that's the end of the level. You notice that was like a Luftballon? An air balloon, rather. And there's another one of those in the game, and you actually leave by entering it in the cutscene, but it doesn't do anything. We'll get to that level soon. We're now in Castle 2. As you can see, there's like marching dogs, bulldogs, I don't know what they're called. It's fine, we're a fox. Foxes don't need no man or bulldog or whatever. We're totally independent. I gotta jump into those rafters, or those like rock, and spam space to get up. Again, it makes no sense. If Nikita has certain texture above her head, she can she can just jump infinitely, and we were inside the wall. Don't worry. Do not worry. Yeah, Luftballon. 99 Luftballons, rather. So, I don't know why the devs didn't think we could get here this early, so that the timer didn't run out. It doesn't really make sense. But we're just shooting this this guy with our cannon. And I will jump out of bounds with this air. I don't know, it doesn't make sense. Why does it bounce? It's like a carpet. It doesn't really make sense. We're out of bounds now. To our left is the boss room. As you can see, there's like these explosive crates down there, below those piles of hay. So we're like supposed to lead this big boss underneath them and like trigger the bombs so the hay falls on his head, because that is what kills bosses, right? Yeah, we're just getting to the end level trigger. We're just like this game is actually pretty long, casually. Longer than AAA titles, better as well. From the current year. Especially 2016. Everything was bad in 2016, IMO. So we're just gonna hit the end of trigger. And that's the end of that level. This is the hardest level in the game, and I've tried so many times to find something that's marathon viable. And actually today I maybe did. We'll see how it goes. This is one of the cases where getting a certain type of jump is mandatory for getting a good time, and it's not fun. So we're gonna go here instead and try to do this. Okay. So it's pretty important that I don't mess up, because I don't have a checkpoint yet. Okay. So we're extremely out of bounds, and we will go on top of this roof that's totally here, and we'll jam ourselves in this wall and get back the ability to jump on the wall. We need to get far ahead of us. I can't walk fast on this surface, so I have to get inside the wall. So this actually saves a lot of time from my previous marathon strat for this level. So again, we leave by air balloons. Keep that in mind, because it's not relevant later at all. And we could get on top of that thing early and jump up instead of walking around the pyramid. And this is the shortest level in the game. It's pretty good. It's actually the longest level in the game, but not for a speedrun. We're fast. Maybe. Sometimes. Nah, that's a lie as well. We're pretty slow. We just pretend we're fast. So again, spam jump like it's no one's business and hit the level trigger. That's a really long level actually. There's like 4 bosses in that level. This is a really annoying level because there's a lot of stuff that can go wrong, and I need to... It starts off by taking damage by doing very specific jumps around an invisible wall. Now I have to survive. They can throw projectiles, and the crabs are totally consistent in where they go. Okay, and I have to hit this flag and then die, so I get my life back, because I really need my life. Oh, see, that crab was about to get me. If I land on this crab and land on the railing... Oh, never mind. That can also happen. I can walk backwards. It's pretty good. If I get hit by that shark, I actually also have to go die. Ow. Okay. So when I land on these, like, I don't know, the carpet thing, I have to land and not hold anything, and then immediately hold a directional key. And that way I'll have enough height to get out of bounds. And this is way harder than it seems. Having the right lineup, being able to jump, and having enough speed to get up on these mountains is actually quite difficult. So you've seen this before, right? We're jumping on all the walls and stuff. We need to get far ahead of us, like way beyond those mountains over there. So the fastest way of doing that is going over to these ships that are not in any sense of the imagination a part of the level, but they have collision, and they're here, and they have cannons and like everything. It makes no sense. This jump is very important to nail. And then I'll go over here with the invulnerability frames. over here, and I have to do a wall climb, which is weird. Because I can't see. Okay. Did it without taking damage, that's very good for us. Because now we can... okay. So, there's supposed to be a ship right here, but it isn't yet. There's actually a air balloon behind this wall that we tried. We thought it was the end level here, but it wasn't. If I die on the same attack as this boss, then the game softlocks. If I knock him out of the ship, the game also softlocks. So luckily none of that happened. There's a lot of softlocks in this game. This is... we're back in hell now, so hell, yay or nay, depending on... yeah, depending on stuff. This level has the hardest marathon trick in the game. It's not the hardest any percent thing, like in an actual run. But getting this will take anywhere from instantly to like, I hope not 5 minutes, but it could. But it would still be faster than more or less all the other ways of doing the level. So we're already out of bounds, and we, even though there's coins here because there's actually an ending cutscene to this level, but the level is like still going on, and we're gonna be well, we would be riding a dragon right now through this ending cutscene thing and grabbing the coins in the air, but we won't. We will walk here instead. And yeah, coming up now is the hard jump in a bit. You'll see why, because I probably won't get it. Okay, that's not the hard jump, don't worry. But yeah, unfortunately you didn't get to see Spyro. Spyro was gone. And right here in front of me now is the hard jump. I have to get on top of this ledge and not fall in the lava, and everything is horrible, so I'll try to line it up. And there's no guarantee. Yeah, I need to do that, but it needs to work. And this is way harder than it seems, because you get like misaligned every time you attempt it. Third try, that's so good. And this lava is actually not here, so don't worry. And that's the end of the level. That's like where you fly into with the dragon. And we're actually at the last level, and I found a new strat today while practicing. And this is it. Back boosting up this wall. Right here. Usually we have to go around all of this. Spam jumping up the fence, jumping over the house. I need to grab this. Well, I mean, it's in the way, so it doesn't really cost time. But the last skip in the run, which is not this, but this is kind of a part of it, is this level is like a lot about, you do stuff down at this castle, you ride around on boats, and you shoot boats with other cannons. But in the end you get to a ship with the main boss, and you fight him, and the end boss is impossible. I don't know how this is a kid's game, but it is for some reason. But yeah, so the boat is supposed to spawn out there later, but it isn't there now, right? There's no boat out there? Okay, we agree there's no boat out there. But how we remove the boat in like the main game is that we blow a fuse in like the main fuselage with the dynamite. So what's gonna happen is I'm gonna jump, and you can see things kind of spawning in. I'll jump out in the water, and here you can see the fuse, and I have to time this very well, and then I can hit the fuse. Time is coming up. We are now back here. We respawned, but when the screen fades, it's time. And time. So yeah, that was Nikita. Hidden Treasure Pirate Simulator Box. Independent. Yeah, I've been Havrd. Thanks. Next run is Hotline Miami with Jack.
Yeah, Hotline Miami with Jack.
So,
it was an 1855 run.
Yeah, that should be good. We use slow removers now, but that's pretty close to my PB with. Yeah, even with. So that was pretty good, but I
Cool,
found a
yeah.
new strat, so. But yeah, donate for stuff. There's a lot of good donation incentives still. And Hotline should be very sick, it always is. And it has way better music than this game, somehow.
Yep. So be transitioning over to that with Jack. Thanks again, Havrd.